Hello, love. Welcome home to Eden. Let's do a reading for you, okay? This is Eve Christoph, your Love Life Muse. This is the Love Life with Eve show, and that's about loving life and getting my book so you can really have fun. Okay, that's enough of that. This reading goes out for people who've had a recent disaster. I've seen people out there with car troubles, with accidents, with love life debacles. Basically, this reading is about when you've been at the top of your game, everything's been going fantastic, and suddenly you've got this setback. So let's find out, first of all, what was going on? Like, why did that happen? And we're assuming that you found this video because it's good for you or because somebody sent it to you who knew that it was for you. The universe knows. So what was going on with this incredibly strange, horrible setback you've been through? Okay, so we've got the card about protect your boundaries. So there's a lot of interference coming at people now simply because we don't know how to protect our boundaries. We're so out there with our video posts and our telling people what we really think and feel. You know, it's important to realize that, first of all, on the planet, we do have a pretty epic battle going on between good and evil, and also between masculine and feminine agendas. And so the feminine and the masculine have totally different ideas of what will solve things and what's important. But when it comes to the good and evil part, those forces are looking for any moment where you are wide open, very powerfully doing your thing that the evil doesn't want you to do, and unprotected, undefended. So one of the questions we'll ask in this reading is, well, how do you protect yourself more? How do you protect yourself more? You who got this reading. There's lots of ways, but okay, so we got hold the connection, right? Where is your protection coming from? What is your religion? What is your source of self-care? Could you please hold the connection means don't just pray once a month. Don't just call in protection once a year with your offerings. Come on, do it every day, but do it night and morning. When you do your prayers and your invocation of protection every morning and every night, what you're doing is you're creating a sealed container. Now, this doesn't mean that the disasters won't happen in your life, because this is the planet of learning through all kinds of wild experiences. So, but what it does mean is that the disasters that happen will be the right disasters. The difficulties, the obstacles will be the perfect ones meant for you to redirect you, to confine you enough to stay focused. It's when you're not connected to your source and your protection that the disasters, the debacles that happen don't feel guided, don't feel purposeful, don't feel helpful. In fact, they seem to set you back from everything that you've been doing to help the world. And that, I think, is what happened this time. That's why we got the protect your boundaries right away. Let's ask a little bit more about how can you get out of this, man? Like, this is a big one because it really set you back. Let's get some help on what will help you now that you already were too wide open without protection. So this is interesting to get this right now. The unicorn, it's like the sacred feminine. It's the sacred innocent. It's the energy that is very magical. It needs protection on one hand, but on the other hand, this is the card that says risk and dare. And so it's also that magical energy that's got to sort of navigate through the portals and take the openings when they come. Somebody comes to your door and I remember this happened to me. I was praying to be able to help more people in my healing work, and I had come to a place where I couldn't. The people's problems were too great. Their terrors, their traumas were beyond the medicine I had at the time. And a woman, in the time period I was praying, showed up at my door. She was a shaman from Peru, and she said, "I have sacred medicine to share with you, a healing practice that will help people in great trauma." What are chances of that? That's like out of nowhere, right? That is the divine showing up. Right? So that was a portal moment. If I had said, "This is weird. How dare this shamaness woman show up at my door now? I don't know her," or "I have my own healing practice, thank you." No, it was like, this is a portal moment. I will jump through this. I was like, I will learn from you. I will study with you. Thank you for coming, following your guidance and coming to my door. And thank you, God. And then once she trained me in what she was doing, then I was able to find another shamaness to go for the next level, because what she gave me was the first piece of a bigger, I call it 5 element spirit work that I do, and it ended up being that when people have something called aggressive energy on their body, and this might be your case too, from the trauma you've just been, that you have aggressive energy that came at you from somebody else. It's not even your own horrible trauma, it's somebody else's, or the trauma just instigated other traumas because of an energy that went into your body, right? So there was this plant I was given. It was actually the spirit of ayahuasca, that would remove trauma from people's bodies through my hands. Now, I am not an ayahuasquera. I don't do it actually physically myself. I found that it was a homeopathic topical remedy that was plenty, and then pretty soon it was completely dream time through my hands, that she would make these big red marks on people's bodies when she's removing the aggressive energy. So that is a treatment you can receive from me, but the main question is, are you going to jump through the portal, whatever it is, when the answer comes that's strange and wild? It has a marker of being exactly what you asked for, and another marker of being extremely unusual. All right, let's ask for more for you. All right, you're going to need to lighten up, darling. Risk and dare is counterbalanced by playfulness. Just soft, gentle playfulness. Like let it all go. When you come into your what you love again, the singing you were doing, the prayers you were leading, the group you were talking to, the confidence you had about your work, there was a lightness, there was a gentleness, there was a playfulness, because you were doing what you love. And the thing is, we do need to seal in that container, because when people are having their fun and their joy, they become extremely bright. They become like stars in a dark void. And of course, hungry ghosts will come around. And the thing is, if you stay on target with your protection night and morning, and in your joy and your playfulness, you'll feel at times guilty, like, how dare I have so much fun? How do I think this is going to help the world when this is so joyful for me? But it will. And those hungry ghosts that cannot get into you anymore, they will simply start to be influenced also by the cloud of love that is now whirling them out in a different direction than the vortex of downward cycling vampire energy that they were doing. So it doesn't matter if you're pushing out the boundaries of, no, I will not accept any of this anymore. You are at the same time, when you're loving yourself in that playful place, you are doing the work. Anything else? Last card for you. We get it again. What? Out of hundreds of cards. Well, so the question is, though, when you do come back into your center and your protection, you may feel very vulnerable. You may feel like, I don't want to risk and dare anymore. That was scary. That's why I got hurt. But the thing is, if you don't get back onto your horse, your 1 in a million magical horse, and start risking and daring again, well, what will that mean? Well, it'll mean you'll be in a silent place. You'll need to just create silence for a while till you feel brave, till you feel secure, till you feel like you've recovered. That's totally valid. Um, yes, and you're really going to need to regain your composure and your path and your power and get back on that damn horse. Okay? Because those negative forces that knocked you off your horse were not because you're not meant to be on the horse, or that there's all this evil connected to what you were doing. No, it's that there was so many angels connected to it, and you weren't calling in your protection. You weren't calling it in enough anyway, for the power of what you're doing. Last question for you. What will help you right now seal this reading and move forward with great positivity? Okay. Just relax. Just relax. Relax into the night, especially in dream time. And make some new decisions for yourself. You are the queen of your life, the king of your existence. Your heart reigns supreme if you allow it to. And you need to just decide for yourself. So instead of going, I need authority now, I need permission now, I need somebody else. No, from the king queen within you that does know the greatness of what you've been doing. You're going to need to make some decisions for what are the parts of what you were doing actually that didn't work. Maybe they were drawing you into some danger. Maybe they were too much for your energy system. What are the parts that were really working, that you love, that you miss, that you felt so on track? You're like, why did this happen? And deciding for yourself also about the people around you. Who in this drama did you get cut off from that was actually a sacred connection that you thought, or the whole thing set it up so that you were severed? That is the main point of the negative entities and spirits that are trying to stop the light workers, is to disconnect them from other light workers. Because the moment you join with others in a really powerful way, the really big magic happens in tandem, in groups of people, or with at least where two or more are gathered. So that's where you'll see the biggest interference happening, is between you and others who join your work and who want to do it with you or help you to do it. So who do you need to reconnect with? Decide for yourself, in this whole drama that happened, who do you need to reach back to and say, let's get going again? And who, was there actually some divinity in the way this whole thing happened that redirects you in your truth in a more powerful way, so you can speak it more clearly and fully, and maybe just some decisions to be made about the whole situation now, okay? But really bridge back to the people that you were severed from, please, because that was not meant to be. Love is good. Love is good. And love is complicated too, because humans are complicated. So it's not just like, I only have loving relationships with people who are perfect. Well, then you'll have no relationships. But you can say, but I am perfectly aligned in my path, in my power, in my joy, with the love I have for these people, and that they share with me, and how they help me. And we have things to work out and learn and grow from each other. And let's get back to it. Last card. I keep saying last card. Okay, so this trauma, you're just going to release it and let go now. Okay, just release and let go. This does not define you. This is not who you are. It's not a setback that's meant to mean something, like it's all over now. Nope, just release it. Let go. Release and let go. Okay, my love. Magic healing to you. May you get back on your magic horse and see if you'd like to get my book. This is Eve's Eden, Her Pillars of Existence, under my pen name, Soeva Sophia. And you'll love this book if you're interested in the magic path. This is full of nothing but magic stories. And it's also full of all kinds of beautiful drawings that I've done. You'll see they're intermixed in between the stories, you know, and they're all true stories of magic. So the idea is that, you know, in really having momentum with what we're doing, is to understand the miracles and the magic. When you add them in, when you add in the way of connecting with the divine feminine so that they can keep flowing on and on into your life, you become exponentially more joyous and connected to everything that really matters in your essence, and more able to love, and really much more effective in your business and your career, because now it's not just you doing it all alone. Not only are you joining with the people who you love and who are here wanting to join with you, but you're also joining with the spiritual realms that protect you. And so a lot of this book is about protection. It starts with the goddess Durga, a great goddess of protection. It goes through 5 pillars of her existence, as in 5 goddesses that are primary goddesses of sustenance and creation and protection, etc., in the universe. So we've forgotten the divine feminine. We don't even know what it is that we've lost. And this will help you remember. This will bring you back. And this book, it's on Amazon now. It will also prepare you for book 2, Eve's Paradise, Her Primary Elements, which is coming in the spring. But you'll need to have read this one first, because the next book has so many true, amazing, magical stories that I've lived through that you might not believe them unless you've read this one first. This book is enough to handle for a while, but then when you let it soak in, you'll be like, wait a second, I'm capable of all of this. I've actually already been experiencing all of this, just didn't know how to name it. It's my feminine side, whether you're a man or a woman. Okay, much love, darling. Much love. And if you need a speaker on magic, on the divine feminine, on the one thing that causes all problems on the earth, which is the missing feminine, I'm there. I'll come and speak for your event. Okay, much love, darling.